Hi everyone, this is Rambabu Vasupilli. I am CEO of NCPL group of companies. In this video, I would like to describe how NCPL can help in getting an IT job for people who are searching for job in Canada. So NCPL is based out of Canada, India, USA, UAE, UK and Australia. So in these countries, if any candidate is looking for getting an IT job, we are there to help in that respective countries. And first and foremost, what I wanted to tell is NCPL is not a recruitment agency or a staffing company. We never work with the companies. We always work with the job seekers, the candidates. I always refer job seekers as the candidates for the ease of communication. So we are a career mentoring company. So we mentor people who are looking for IT jobs and we groom them. We increase their confidence level. We make them do a lot of technical stuff, projects, hands-on. We guide them for interviews and then we eventually help them in getting a job all by themselves. So NCPL, in NCPL, we don't do any proxies. Okay, if consultancy, people always think that consultancies do proxies for interviews and put up fake experience, but the NCPL doesn't encourage both of these, and we also don't offer job support. No proxies, no fake experiences, no job support. But then how do we get the jobs to people like freshers or juniors? As I said, we help them in getting trained very thoroughly and rigorously, helping them increase the confidence with the training, and we make them do projects and thereby increase a lot of confidence. We market them to the companies by applying for jobs on their behalf. We guide them for each and every interview they get, and we make them prepare for every scheduled interview, and they are the ones who are going to go and attend that interview and eventually get the job offer. So it's an organic process of helping a person from zero till the time he or she gets the job. Now, what kind of people can sign up in our mentoring program? Number one, freshly landed immigrants. Freshly landed immigrants might find it difficult to understand the job market, so NCPL can help them. And number two, people who are freshly graduated from the colleges, mainly the international students. Again, since they are fresh out of college, they might not be able to figure out what is the technology or role in demand and how they can get the job. They are the second set of audience they can come. And third set of audience are the people, the spouses of people who are already into IT, either a husband or wife. If he or she is in IT, they will always encourage their wife to come to IT so they can join our consultancy as well. And people who already have the IT experience, fourth category of people, they also generally join our consultancy if they wanted to get a better offer or they wanted to move from a legacy role to a high demand role. So we also mentor them. And the last category of people are who are in between the jobs. They might have lost the job recently. They also approach me to get their next job, because the time to get the next job is always 4 months and they don't want to waste that 4 months. So these are the people who can join NCPL. Now I will explain what is the exact process and timeline in NCPL for a person to get a job. I designed this mentoring program as a 6 months program, taking the past data. Till date, NCPL, as on today, December 2023, NCPL has mentored 750 plus people, and of which about 70% of the people are either coming from non-IT to IT background, meaning for a fresh job in IT or at a junior level, and 30% are senior people. And they all got the job successfully. Our success rate is around 82%. But then what happened to the remaining 18%? So those 18% of the people are either they give up in the middle, or they realize IT is not their cup of tea, or some people can't balance the stress that the job search creates. So they all fit into that 18%. But anybody who joins NCPL, they always go out of NCPL with a job offer on hand. That is what we ensure. As I mentioned, this is a 6 months process. The first 10 weeks is reserved for training. So training is a 10-week program, 40 sessions and weekly 4 sessions. Each session is for 1 hour. So it's totally 40-hour training session. And in training, we have 3 major components. 1 hour of training by the trainer and 2 to 3 hours of self-learning videos and Udemy tutorials that we will give you to go through after each topic is taught by the trainer, and another 2 to 3 hours of the hands-on practice that the trainer gives, or we also design some hands-on practices in our training package. So the minute a candidate joins our training program, we assign them a training package for that role. The training package covers what will be taught on each day and what self-learning courses you have to do after each topic and what hands-on practice you have to do after that topic. That way, when you come to the next day, you will be taught a fresh topic, a fresh set of self-learning courses and fresh hands-on practice. So this is a very rigorous training which we offer, which lasts for 10 weeks, and only if you are able to spend 5 to 6 hours a day, you will be able to get trained well. If you are not able to spend that 5 to 6 hours of time in the training phase, I don't think you will really enjoy the fruits of the training phase. So that's why only if you want to join only if you're able to spend that 5 to 6 hours of time. You just attend the training sessions and skip the hands-on practice and self-learning, you're not going to make anything. So once this 10 weeks is done, there is a 2 weeks of pre-marketing phase. So in pre-marketing phase, we teach the candidate what to talk, how to talk to the recruiters, what kind of answers he or she has to give when recruiters ask a different set of questions. So based on our experience of mentoring 750 plus people, we have compiled around 120 checklist of items. In these 120 checklist of items, we teach all these checklist of items to the candidates. What should you answer for each kind of question? Example, like how do you have to answer if they ask for salary negotiation? How do you have to answer if they ask for your location, preferred location? How do you have to answer if they ask whether you want full-time job or a contract job? Like this, there are 120 plus questions. We'll also teach you what you should do, what you should not do, what you should talk, what you should not talk. So this is a very, very critical phase of the mentoring program. In fact, our pre-marketing phase is our secret recipe in this entire program. In this pre-marketing phase itself, our team starts preparing the resume and the cover letter and the LinkedIn, and the candidate is also expected to prepare for this LinkedIn and resume. After training phase and before pre-marketing phase, we have a small call called as a marketing readiness call. So we wanted to ask the candidate whether he or she is really ready to go to the next phase, because some people might be psychologically ready, some people might feel they might need more time to revise, Some people might feel that IT is not their cup of tea. Some people might not get confidence, they might need more time. So we respect each of the person's idea what they should be doing, okay, and we don't discourage them at all. So if people need more time, we'll tell them, hey, if you need 2 months of time to revise, go ahead and take 2 months and then come for marketing. If people wanted to drop off because they feel that IT is not their cup of tea, or maybe they did not understand anything in the training, then we always try to motivate them. If needed, we always offer the next cycle of training as well for free. Again, it is on discretion of myself, but we don't want to discourage the person. We always wanted to encourage and get into this phase, whatever the training phase or post training phase. If they find any, if they wanted to take any gap, that gap is called as a hibernation. The reason for this hibernation is also because once the training is finished, we don't let the candidate do any part-time jobs or full-time jobs or survival jobs from between 8 and 4. So if people are already doing a part-time or full-time in the daytime, we tell them, hey, sort out with your supervisor or the employer, ask them to change the shift, or if they don't agree to change the shift, quit that job and join a new job which will allow you working after 4 p.m. until night 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, or stop working on the weekdays and work only on the weekends. I leave it to the candidate discretion, but strictly from the pre-marketing phase, we don't allow the candidate to be in the job from 8 to 4. After 4, no problem, but 8 to 4, we don't encourage that. Why we don't encourage? Because when the marketing starts, then you will start getting a lot of calls from the recruiters. You must be in a position to pick up the call and talk to them promptly. There will be a lot of emails that come. You have to respond to them promptly. There are a lot of LinkedIn messages that come. You have to respond to them promptly. You have to be very active in the LinkedIn. You have to prepare for the interviews, and you have to do projects to gain some more confidence. So there is a lot of stuff that you can do from 8 to 4 when the marketing starts, right? So that is the reason why we don't encourage. So it's not that we don't want to have people earn the money, because it's really needed in Canada, but job search should always be the candidate's priority. Only if the candidate prioritizes job search, I can help him in getting a job. As I said, anybody who joins NCPL, my motto is to make sure they go out of NCPL with a job offer on hand. But if they have to get the job offer, they have to do some sacrifices. One of the sacrifices is leaving that part-time survival job from 8 to 4 and do it after 4 p.m. Okay, so 2.5 months of training, 2 weeks of pre-marketing. So 3 months is gone. After the pre-marketing phase is done, we enter into the marketing phase. Okay, in marketing phase, our marketing team, a dedicated marketing team, will apply for jobs on the candidate behalf every day from 5 to 10 postings, quite religiously, right? So there is no day without jobs getting posted. Every day, as long as it is a working day, the marketing team makes sure 5 to 10 jobs are posted on a day-to-day basis. So while the marketing is going on, your team leaders will also start assigning you the projects, each project for 1 week. Okay, so on 1 week, first week, if they assign you the project, within 7 days you're expected to do that project and deliver them. And in second week, you will be assigned another project. You're expected to complete it in another week, and third week another project, fourth week, like that. So you will be assigned these projects once in a week, and you're expected to complete it after the week. Till the time you get the job offer, this cycle repeats. The marketing phase lasts for an average of 3 months. Okay, why 3 months? Some people might get a job in the very first month. Some people might take a job, they might take about 4 to 5 months of marketing phase to get a job. But based on our study, people are taking an average of 3 months to get a job from the time their marketing starts. So 2.5 months of training, 2 weeks of pre-marketing, and an average of 3 months of marketing phase. But we don't stop the marketing till the candidate gets the job, be it 3 months or 6 months or 1 year. Okay, because the outcome is always an offer letter. When once the candidate gets the job offer, from the time the candidate joins the job till 365 days, I commit to make sure they are in that job. So as per the agreement with NCPL, the agreement starts from the day you join the job till the day you get the offer. So that is one part of the agreement. The other part of the agreement is making sure you are in that job for 365 days. But what if the candidate loses the job for any reason after, let's say, 4 or 5 months? In such case, the candidate can come back to the program again. We don't charge anything, and we will make sure we get them another job to cover the rest of the 365 days. The agreement is designed in such a way that the agreement will be valid from the time you sign the agreement, and it automatically expires when you finish 365 days in your job. Till that time, the agreement is quite valid. But if you quit the job voluntarily for your own personal reasons, then we don't allow you to come back to the marketing program, because leaving the job is your choice and you did not lose the job, but you quit the job voluntarily. So in such case, it is not covered as a part of the agreement. Now, how are the payment terms in this whole program? There are 3 programs in this whole mentoring program. The first program is a training program where if the candidate wants to start from scratch, he can get trained, mentored, and placed. But there will be some people who wanted to go for some specialized roles where we don't offer the training. In a case where we are not able to offer the training, or the timings of the candidate are not matching with the training timings, in such case we offer what is called as self-learning. So in self-learning, it is similar to the same training program, but instead of the trainer teaches you, we will guide you what to study, how to study, where to study from. We will track your homework on day-to-day basis. We will track your self-learning on day-to-day basis. There will be one TL assigned for you who will be completely doing the hand holding with you and making sure you cover the entire curriculum. So the training package is same both for the training program guys and also the self-learning guys. The third program is mentoring program. If a candidate is already experienced or already trained somewhere else, then he need not have training again. So in such case, he can directly go for marketing. So in marketing, pre-marketing and marketing phases are covered. If for the people in training program or self-learning program, the training or self-learning phase, pre-marketing phase, and mentoring phase are covered. The sign-up fee for training program is $2,000. The sign-up fee for self-learning program is $1,500, and the sign-up fee for marketing program is $1,000. Okay, why am I charging $1,000 for marketing program? There is a reason. I want the candidate to be, extremely serious about the job search. Many other consultancies don't charge for marketing, but I do charge because I want to make sure when a candidate comes to me, he is really serious about the job search, and I am also serious about the job search. If there is a small financial component involved, then it brings in seriousness in both the parties. Because in the past, I never used to charge, but after doing couple of months of marketing, they suddenly tell, oh, they changed my mind, I don't want to do the job search now. So all the 2 months of effort is it will go waste. That's why I just wanted to make sure the candidate is really serious. Now, what many people ask me, is there any job guarantee? This is a mentoring program. There is no concept of a job guarantee. I mentor you how to learn, what to learn. I train you. I guide you for each and every interview. I mentor you at each and every stage, give you hand holding. I prepare you for each and every interview. But when you go for the interview, it is you who has to wage the battle in the battlefield, not me. So if you are very well trained, gain confidence, do each and every part of the program quite religiously, there is no reason why you cannot get a job. But at the same time, I can't give you a job guarantee. How can I give you a guarantee if you don't study? How can I give you a guarantee if you don't follow the program at all, right? So that's why there are no job guarantees. But what I have seen is people who are religiously following the program, they're always getting the jobs. And another question people ask me is, what if it takes more than 6 months, right? So yeah, sometimes it takes more than 6 months because the speed of the candidate or the learning abilities of the candidate are not same for each and every person. Some people get job in 4 months itself, some people get job in 5 months, some people take 8 months to get a job. But as I committed, the outcome of this mentoring program is a job offer. If you take 8 months to get a job offer, yes, we mentor you for 8 months. If you take 1 year, we mentor you for 1 year. There are a couple of things I want to keep in mind. After the training program and before your pre-marketing starts, you can take as much gap as you want to revise or to sort out your part-time jobs or survival jobs, or to take some break, sort out any personal issues. That break is perfectly valid, allowed. You can come back to that program any day. There is nothing like you have to come back in so and so time. We give that leverage to the candidate, because when you come to the marketing phase, it's like a very serious activity. I want to be extremely focused. So for this gap, which I termed it as a hibernation phase, we don't penalize anything for the candidate. But when the marketing starts, we don't encourage people to take breaks. But if for any personal reasons taking a break is inevitable, then always make sure that the break is less than 30 days. If the break is more than 30 days, there is a rejoining fee of $500 which we charge. It's not a penalty per se, but we adjust that $500 in the final payment that you will pay. So why I am asking for this $500? Because I just wanted to don't want to encourage people taking breaks. If there is a financial component, people always will be very serious about this program. Now, what are the payment terms in this mentoring program? Payment terms are always fair and transparent. There is nothing like beating around the bush. So we offer the candidate 3 payment terms. They can opt for either 10% or 15% or 20%. If they opt for 10%, then we charge 10% of their annual gross salary if it is a full-time job, or 10% of a full-time job, which has to be paid after the job offer and before joining the job. So after you get the offer letter and before you join the job, there will be generally 2 weeks of time. So you have to pay the entire 10% of the annual gross salary in these 2 weeks, and we don't charge anything for the rest of the year. Now the second option is 15%. In a case where you can't pay 10% because it's a bulk amount, you can always opt for 15%, wherein you can start paying from the time you join the job within 90 days. So you have 90 days from the time you join the job to clear this 15% of your annual gross salary payment. but this 90 days you have to pay in 6 installments. It's not that you can pay in the 89th day, but this 90 days period is split into 6 installments, 6 15-day periods. So 15% is divided by 6, and whatever amount comes, we charge you every 15 days that amount. If you feel even this 15% is not manageable, you can always opt for 20%. So you will have the entire 1 year to clear that 20% payment. We invoice you every 15 days, so you will get 24 invoices every 15 days. That covers the whole year. Now, what many people ask me is, if I have already paid you 10% upfront, what if I lose the job in the middle? Yeah, there is nothing to be worried. So if you lose the job in the middle for any reason, you can always come back without paying any fees. We'll get you another job. If your next job is, the salary is better than the first job, then I invoice you the difference of the salaries on a pro rata basis. If your second job has a lesser pay, then I refund you the difference amount on a pro rata basis. So this is also very fair. The same applies if it is 10% or 15%, but 20% it is always you are paying once you get the job. These 10, 15, 20% are for those who got full-time jobs. What if a candidate gets a contract job? If a candidate gets contract job, we always charge 20% of the hourly rate as our fees. The contract will always be on NCPL. We invoice the end client pays me, and I pay the candidate after 20% deduction. Whatever is the 80% will be their gross salary, and we pay the candidate only as a payroll. So even if the candidate has their own incorporation or their own company, we don't give it to the incorporation. We always pay them on as a payroll. So you'll incur all the payroll expenses also in that case. So this is one thing that I want you to note. I think this pretty much covers the entire consultancy program. So this is a very stringent program, very serious one, a very rigorous one. You have to spend a lot of time. You cannot do part-times or full-times during the marketing phase. We make you do a lot of work. You will become like a student for 6 months. My goal is only to get you a job, and your goal should always be to get a job. That's why it is important both the parties prioritize it. Hope you understood this mentoring program. If you still have any questions, feel free to contact me. I have posted my contact information in the description of this video, or you can post it as a comment. I'll be glad to respond to your comments for any queries. Thank you so much. Looking forward to helping you in getting an IT job in Canada or other countries, whichever you prefer. But this video, I made it exclusively for Canada, but the terms and conditions, the process, everything remains the same for other countries as well. Thank you so much.